What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is going to be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars placement reading. So eat the meat, spit out the bone, take what resonate, and leave the rest behind. Alright guys, so we are going to jump right into this reading. I hope everyone's staying warm, having a nice day. I am going to pull some CosmicWzrd Tarot, which is like Eastern inspired tarot cards, just to get us a little preview of what to expect during this reading. During my pre-shuffle, something kind of came through, and it was about how there could be people around you who have a lot of success, and for some reason there is this energy of not being able to celebrate you. Like, it could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be co-workers, whomever, right? It's this energy of like, and I've been talking about this for a while, but I was just watching this video, and like, literally, the outsider. You could be considered an outsider. It's like you're not supposed to have this level of status. You're not supposed to have this level of recognition. You aren't good enough to, you know, have an attractive spouse like this. You aren't good enough to drive these kind of cars. And that could be projection from a place of insecurity within yourself. But it does stem from a real place, though. Whenever people are like, oh, you're projecting. To an extent, everyone projects objective reality from their own consciousness, right? That's how we perceive. But it's not like these feelings are just made up out of thin air. They don't come from just nothingness. When you feel like somebody here is, you know, not really going up for you, they're not celebrating you, it's not, you know, it's hard to describe this because sometimes it truly is projection, but it's rooted in something that did actually happen where you were. Okay, maybe the discernment between if it's someone really doing that or just a childhood re-trauma wound, maybe that's up for debate. But nonetheless, it does come from a real place of hurt. So you may have grown up feeling like an outsider, feeling like you didn't, I don't want to say deserve to be here because I don't like how that sounds. But like you may have felt as if just like you just didn't fit in. Receptivity. I feel like you could have also been a empath or someone here who you're very connected to your emotions. You are someone here who has learned how to really manage other people's emotions. I feel like you've had a lot of people here who have maybe tried to put you down, or, you know, people may perceive you as someone who puts other people down, which I've faced some of this in my own personal life from really parental figures, and I'm like, I'm not like they when someone is, you know, hell-bent on misunderstanding you, there's no point in trying to convince them of anything other than, like, there's no reason to try to convince anyone who's hell-bent on misunderstanding you. And that's the breakthrough here. It's like you stop trying. You stop trying to impress these people. You stopped looking for their validation. You stopped even acknowledging what little breadcrumbs they may have given you. And you realized that in reality, these people feel like this about you. They feel like you view them. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not like a kiss ass or something here, but there's like this feeling of like they're trying to make you feel unworthy because for some reason they feel unworthy by you. It could be the way you carry yourself. It could be 444 here. It could be your sense of stability and structure and vulnerability, being able to really express yourself in a way that allows people to look within and look at you and like not like you own yourself, like you own your shit, like you're like, well, I like to drink, I like to smoke a little, and you don't let it make you feel bad. And sometimes you may say things like, yeah, I really want to cut back on the drinking, I want to cut back on the smoking, and like people may like, yeah, that's good, or people know certain things about you that they think should like make you feel embarrassed, that should make you feel upset, but it's like your sense of self isn't dependent on the physical objects around you. You don't, yeah, you may want a nicer car, but you don't think that you're a piece of shit because you have an old hoopty, or you have a very reasonable car that works fine. You don't need a big BMW or whatever. Postponement. You may feel like things have been on pause lately, and you may have been putting people on pause. You may have really had to put the brakes on like some friendships, some relationships, all kinds of ships, because you have to be able to discern who is here for you and who is not. Because for whatever reason, you have I'm feeling like a group of people maybe, or at least someone here is trying to rally a group to feel some sort of way about you. What this says, isolation. Maybe you've had to do a lot of self-soothing when you were younger, as a kid, even as an adult. Maybe you feel more comfortable when you're by yourself, because when you're alone, no one can judge you. You don't have to hide your drinking or your smoking or your body or whatever it is. You could be yourself. You can talk how you want to talk, watch what you want to watch. You could have had a household where maybe you were into more spiritual shit, and your brother or someone come in the room like, why are you watching this shit? What the fuck wrong with you? You weird. Why you can't watch, Big Mama House with us? Why you always want to watch Discovery Channel, learn about animals and shit? You fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could be doing something positive. I mean, anything you do, really, right, that brings you joy is a positive and doesn't hurt you, right? So you could just have a different set of interests. Black people ain't supposed to be in the space and 18th century Victorian history. Like, why are you watching this shit? You trying to be white? You trying to be this? You trying to, what I mean? People just say ignorant shit like that. Like, you could be really into some like really niche, nuanced stuff that. And then the thing, like, sci-fi is not a white people thing. White people can watch Medea movies if they want to. Anybody could do whatever the fuck they want to. Well, not anybody, not everybody. Especially right now. But you know what I'm trying to say. But you have felt like an outsider, and you didn't feel like this. It's not all in your head. Alright? It's not in your head. It's not all in your head. You're not imagining this shit. Schizophrenia flew out at the beginning of this, before I was started the video, when I was shuffling the deck, and it makes me think that like someone here really, and I know it's not called schizophrenia. I think it's something else now, schizoaffective or something. I don't know, but you could just be really spiritually attuned, and people may have called you crazy. Five of Wands in reverse, but these people, they want to take away, they want to people could be really avoiding you as well. Like, I feel like people here, like, oh, here she come, here he go with his spiritual ass, always talk about the moon and planets and shit, what transit this is, and da. But at the meantime, they are fascinated, because they're like, how does this motherfucker know? Like, it's like, I'll visit some friends, right? And you know me, you don't know me. But if you did know me, like, I don't go anywhere without my babies. This is my, what the hell is this? Moldavite, my bad. Moldavite, rose quartz, and some other quartz as well. Never go out of town without my crystals and my tarot cards. And people will, they'll linger around and they'll be like, can I get a tarot reading? And I'm like, you can get a tarot reading. But they don't want everyone else to know that they're like, getting a tarot reading, or, the boyfriends will all go upstairs and do it because they like, ooh. It happens all the time, especially when I get around girls. They're like, can you give me a tarot reading? And then all the boys are like, but then as soon as everybody leaves, they be like, so like, is that shit real? Queen of Wands, you are Queen of Wands. And you know what? This was coming out for Aries as well, but in a different capacity. So this lets me know that this is collective for sure, where you are in this energy of being magnetic, of being very vibrant, being very confident in yourself. Like, you've learned how to really trust in yourself because you were not being praised. You were not fortified when you were younger. People may not have poured into you. Ooh, Lord, not pouring. Somebody could be no one really seemed to take, or maybe this is just how you feel. Some people may feel like, well, you got everything growing up. You were, people was always you were everyone's favorite. People always, and well, you were like, no, that's not how I remember things. But you definitely are someone who attracts attention, either by the way you look, the things that you can do, the way your energy is just very vibrant here. The King of Cups in reverse. So it could be this could be a father figure, a masculine energy here, Gemini, who doesn't have to necessarily be a father. It could be a boyfriend or someone here, or older male. This is someone here, or about the same age as you, because you're showing up as the Queen of Wands too. Or this is someone here who is, they are very emotionally withholding. I think that this person feels very disconnected from you, this person, because I don't know why this person is showing up in the center of your reading, but this person wants to be the center of your world, perhaps. Maybe this is a husband or a partner here who wants to take up more energy than they put into you. I feel like you have always tried to make the people around you happy. The Page of Swords and the Two of Swords. They want to keep you in this like beginner, stuck, confused state. Maybe if you are someone who has spiritual gifts, they're starting to really activate with the Queen of Wands. And they don't like that. They don't like this sense of confidence, this sense of self that you have. They liked you better when you were, starving for their affection. But now you don't seem to need it. And so what do? They just pull back even more because they are determined to make you need them. Justice, but this is not going to work. Because the Justice is, the more they are trying to make you dependent on them, the more codependent that they are on you. The more that they're thinking about you, the more that they are trying to get into your mind, to the point to where you are even picking up on this. Like, this person is wilding out. Like, this person could be saying all kinds of crazy shit. And you, at first, maybe you never really thought about it. And now you're like, damn, were they always like this? Or am I just tripping? Like, is this just getting worse? Or did I just accepted the cruelty or whatever? And here's the thing, somebody who is insecure will always try to find a way to put somebody down who does not, praise every little thing that they do. That's not always trying to get their attention, get their affection. Because why are you not so, why don't you need my, like, this person's got a big ass ego and a tiny little brain. Nine of Swords in reverse here. Yeah. And the Justice of all of this is that you are not letting yourself feel this burden or this anxiousness, this fearfulness, this sense of loneliness or whatever that this person is trying to push on you. You know? And this person is going to be up in their heads. They're going to be the ones crying. It's going to be reversed. This person was so happy when they could text you every now and then and you would text back in 2 minutes. You know, this person was so happy when they could just say, I'm coming over, and you, because they knew that you was going to be home. They knew that you weren't going to have nothing going on. This person never tried to really build anything deeper. If this is a lover, this was just something that they couldn't even kept you a secret. With the Hierophant in reverse and the Hierophant and the High Priestess in reverse. So this could have been a dark divine union here, where you and this person were trauma bonding, and you may have like ditched this person to go on a higher timeline, and you walked away. You accepted that this relationship was never going to get better, and maybe you had to learn to forgive yourself, apologize to the people that you maybe had to walk away from because you were trying to chase something or whatever. But the Hierophant in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse, I feel like you were very rebellious in a good way. Like you're rebelling from the perceptions of how other people used to see you. People are used to you being maybe a good little, church mouse or whatever, and now you're out here living your best life. You're having fun. You got a new group of friends, and I'm not saying you're doing anything crazy out here, right? Or it could be vice versa. You know what I mean? Maybe you cleaned it up a little bit. I'm trying to clean it up some. As I get older, I'm like, I can't be out here like doing all this. Ooh, this person wants to threaten your stability. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Wands in reverse, this person has been, for a long time here, invested in this narrative where, Gemini is not fit, Gemini is crazy, in the Judgment card, this person is about to get a rude awakening, because the heavens, God, whoever, everybody, however you want to call it, they see what this person is doing. They've been caught. You caught their ass. And discernment here with the Judgment card, they're going to have to pay for this. With the Justice card as well. Judgment and the Justice card. Eight of Wands, this shit going to happen real quick. Before they're going to look up and be like, wow, they fumbled you. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. They wanted to mistreat this Queen of Pentacles energy within you, this very loving, nurturing, caring person. They wanted to erode that from you. They didn't want people to see that. They didn't want that narrative to be one that you could benefit from. I don't get it. Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, you may have not, you maybe didn't want to, or you were unable to see these, limited beliefs, this person's true motives here, either because this is someone that you love. This could be a family member. Like I said, this could be a father figure, an uncle, a brother, a cousin. It does not necessarily be a male, but there's a masculine type of energy here where this person maybe had a role in your life to be a protector, to be a provider, or to provide you with some type of support, emotional support, and this person failed to do any of that. They didn't pour into you like they should have. They wanted to remain cold and distant. They didn't want to give you any type of love or affection, and if they did give you any love or affection, it was only in regards to what they were trying to get out of you. So if they wanted something from you, then they would play nice. But when they don't need you, they don't care about you. The Sun card here. This person here wants to take your this person sucks. These people, this person this feels more like a lover or someone. What? Wow. But you're going to have people that want to work with you in the future. You're working on yourself. That's what true justice is you going to therapy, learning more about spirituality, learning more about yourself, investing here, putting down the foundations here, and also being celebrated for your good work. Three of Pentacles is also about collaboration, but this person is being elevated. So you may be more of a collaborative person now, or you're going to have people that want to work with you, and however you want to look at that. You know, maybe you'll have more brand deals or a bigger platform, or you'll have people wanting to work with you in businesses, but your work is going to be highlighted. It's going to be celebrated. You're really good at your job, and maybe you're going to start getting more awards, more applauses, more promotions. You're going to, because you're not focusing on these low vibrational connections, or this particular connection, this King of Cups. Because this person here, maybe some of y'all, this could be somebody that wanted to trap you with a baby. I don't know why this came to my mind, but this could be someone here who wants to limit you. You know, well, why are you trying to do all this? You know, we're trying to have kids. Like, you over here expanding in your career, because the sun is all about expansion. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is all about abundance. And, you know, this person don't like that. They don't like that you're growing. They don't like that you are emotionally mature, that you are not necessarily grounded, but that you have a good sense of self. The sun is also your ego. The sun is also you celebrating and shining and letting your light shine bright. You were once someone who used to dim yourself, whether you knew it or not. You were made to dim your light. You was made to shrink yourself. Maybe you were the kind of person, and you know what? Pay attention that when people, they always want to make jokes about you being like maybe stupid or not as smart or whatever. Like, you know, people could always try to downplay something about you, because that's what they really fear the most about you. You know, for me, you know, people like to call me, you know, oh, you stupid, or you know, you into weird shit, but really, they just don't have any desire, or they lack maybe the even. Some people are so against spiritual stuff that they will literally. They're fearful of it because they've been taught that it's demonic or whatever, this, that, and that, blah, 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 blah. So they don't want to hear it. They don't want to think about it. And some people just don't like to think in general because they don't want to be challenged. They don't want to change how their views are. They don't like learning. I remember I had a friend one time, I used to always like bring up different little facts. He's like, nobody want to hear all that learning shit. Nobody want to do all that learning shit. And I was just like, what? Like, I love learning. I love learning anything. Like, everything is interesting to me. Maybe not an interest of mine, but I can learn about anything. And I would love to listen to somebody who's really passionate, talk about whatever it is. Like, I have a friend who's really into, like, you know, old school, like, machinery and shit like that. And I think that's really boring. But the way he lights up when he talks about it, I like listening to him because, like, I know he's really happy to, like, talk about that stuff. And if it makes him happy, and I'm always like, you should, like, start a channel. You should start making videos of how you repair, like, these old things. And he's got an excuse for why he can't do it, why he shouldn't do it. But then it's like, well, I mean, there's always a reason to not do something. But there's just as many reasons why you should do it. And you really seem to like this. So, because maybe you're someone who stopped rejecting your gifts. You stopped, you know, putting yourself down. You started lifting yourself up. You became happier. And now because you're happier, justice is here with the Three of Pentacles, where people here are going to want to work with you. People don't like being around negative, low vibrational people. They may not know why they don't like other people. They just be like, you know, there's something off about Mr. So-and-so, or Mr. or he did. But you come as you are. You seem to be very confident in who you are, regardless of your weight, your race, your size, gender, whatever. You seem to come off as somebody who loves themselves. And like, you should love yourself, right? Because anyone else got to love you but you. And if you don't love you, why should someone else? You know? You found self-love through people trying to take it away from you. The Hermit here. You have done a lot of introspection, a lot of introspective healing. You are really somebody who understands you. You understand human psychology, human design. You're starting to see through the mirage that people and the facades that people put up about themselves. And you maybe don't have to call them out, because sometimes it can be dangerous to call out people, especially a narcissist. Like, they will... Don't ever call a narcissist out if you don't have to. It's just going to put your life in danger. So, Gemini, you are really in a position to let go of these low vibrational connections, because this person here, they know that you are going to move past them. They know that you have great things coming towards you here. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and they're trying to project this. They're trying to change this narrative. They're trying to delay something here for you. Like, this is someone here who really is they're unhappy about your success, and they want you to feel unhappy. This person is not grateful for the things that they have. The Temperance in reverse. This person was... I feel like this person is also very dishonest. Like, this person tried to siphon energy from you. This person wants to put, like, things in your head and tell you that, you know, just really change your faith, change the way you feel about yourself. The Tower. You had a Tower moment where you got out of some situation here, and it is going to greatly impact your life. People, like, somebody, this could really be like your partner. This could be your ex-partner. This could be your father. This could be your grandpa, your uncle, your brother. This is a masculine figure who is threatened by, I don't want to say your femininity or your confidence in yourself, if you are a divine feminine, or you relate more with divine feminine energy, because you could be you could be a masculine, and you could still, you know, maybe feel more feminine or divinely feminine energy prone. You know, we all have divine masculine and divine feminine energy, right? Because those aren't gender specific. But because maybe you are coming into your divine feminine energy, maybe you are more intuitive, you're more receptive, you're looking better now, you're feeling better. Things are starting to go your way for once. And this person doesn't like that. The Two of Swords in reverse, they're losing a grip of control on you. The Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups at the bottom. You're walking towards this fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment with, like, having the family that you wanted. You may have begged this person to treat you better. This is a very materialistic person, or they try to make you come off as materialistic. You could have just, hey, let's go to a restaurant and eat for dinner. Man, you always trying to go out. All you care about is money. Nigga, I said I was hungry. That's all. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? I haven't paid for most of the shit anyway. And you know what I mean? Like, someone here is, they are projecting how they are. So when people come to you and they start saying weird stuff, acting weird, don't take it personal. Just let's mark it as a sign that you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you know you're not out here hurting nobody and causing harm, keep doing what you're doing, and don't let these people get in your head and try to call you evil, or, you know. I had somebody in my family straight up try to call me evil because I was doing tarot readings on YouTube, and, like, make the assumption like I'm, like, scamming people. But they constantly want to keep asking me if I'm gonna get another job. When you gonna get another job? As if this isn't something that I'm doing full, like, you know what I mean? Because they are cowards. They don't like that you have this new source of income. They don't want you to feel empowered by yourself. They don't want you to empower other people. They want you to be silent, keep your head down, and just be a yes man, no man, yes woman, no woman kind of person. Because when you were in that state of energy, they were able to control you. And they want to take away this 10 of Pentacles from you. They want to put you in this mindset of you won't get to receive that. If you don't, if you don't do what I say, then I'm going to take you out the wheel. You ain't gonna never find a husband sitting online watching YouTube tarot videos all day. You ain't gonna never, it's something like that. When you gonna get some kids? Like, it's conditioning. And this is 15, which is traditionally the devil. But yeah, look at this. So basically, this is you. You are the lion. Right? And look at all these sheeps roaming around. They got the lion all tied up, right? Because they don't like the lion. The lion has too much power. The lion has too much strength. The lion can hurt us. This one single lion is going to get all these little sheep, right? And these other sheep, some of them may not even be the masterminds. They don't even know. They don't even know what's going on. They just go along with the ride. And because you a lioness, even though that's a male lion in the picture, but whatever. Your energy is strong. And we just saw the what? Didn't we just see the strength card in reverse? Here it is. Boom. At the bottom of the deck. Underneath the High Priestess. You don't doubt your intuition anymore. You don't doubt your feelings. And when you feel something, you feel it all the way through because it didn't come out of nowhere. You paying attention to what motherfuckers is saying. You are taking inventory. You are taking audit of your energy and where you've been sending it over the last year. And you can pull the numbers and it's like, I spent a little too many. I spent too much energy thinking about this person. I spent way too much energy for this person. And after how I was treated by them last year, we're gonna reduce this amount of energy towards them to damn near zero. And they're starting to feel that. They can feel you pulling your energy back, and it's going to really have these people out here shooketh. They will be in their rooms crying, staying up all night, trying to figure out a way to get out of this isolation and get out of this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is definitely a family, co-workers. This is something here where there is a material reward that people feel entitled to from you. Because the 10 of Pentacles is definitely coming towards you, but they are feeling like, because this is what they would do if it was to them. If they had a big windfall, this is the kind of energy where if you're the kind of person, if you win the lottery, you would definitely help out those around you that you love. This is the kind of person they would not. And because they know that you're about to win big in some way, shape, or form, they feel as if you won't be there for them. Because that's what they would do. That's how they would act. This is low vibrational energy here. It's the whole concept of, I was talking to a friend about this one day, 33 o'clock. So many people are afraid of making contact with ET, like extraterrestrials. And it's from the perception of, what has our history as a human been when we've been conquered, right? You either been on the conquered or the conqueror side, if you get what I mean. So a lot of people are afraid. We've been conditioned to be afraid when we see someone new approach us, because our history of evolution has taught us that when someone comes over, and we're not gonna go any further than this. All right, we're not going no further than that. When people come over, they tend to leave behind a lot of chaos and destruction. So if we were to ever encounter an extraterrestrial being, our perception would be what we have always experienced here on this planet in our consciousness, collective consciousness as a human race. Does that make sense? Not knowing 34 on the clock, that these beings may actually, A, already been here, B, they may have actually been the ones guiding us towards this gentler light path of love and serenity. But because the negative is still so polarizing, and it's still it's lessening, but it's still there. It's still really strong, you know, and that's a pretty big. That's a pretty big mind shift, right? Imagine just, you know, an extraterrestrial coming out of the sky right here into my living room. I would be like, what the fuck? Because first of all, how'd you get in here? And B, like, what's wrong with the door? What's wrong with the text? Don't just pop up on me. I don't give a fuck what dimension you come from. You know what I mean? Like, don't just pop up on me. You better call ahead. You better send an email, a text, or something. Let me know. I ain't even had time to go clean up or something. Like, shit, if I had known you was coming over, I'd have made more food. But damn, you know, don't do that. Don't do that, AT. Don't just let us know first. Call ahead. We may not be home. Like, shit, call Earth and see if they there yet. We're gonna be there in 10 light years. Make sure they're gonna be there still. They may have blown themselves up by then. That's a sad possible reality. But anyway, that's all I got for this reading. You know, you're walking towards abundance, like I always say. People are feeling salty because their perception of how you would handle it and how they will handle it are two different things. And instead of them trying to look at a more loving and a more compassionate approach, they want to stay on their low vibrational time scale and assume that that's how you would be, which is conditioning of their own limited beliefs that they have tried to impose on you from a very early let's just say from a very early point of you and them meeting or interacting. All right? Well, as always, I love you guys, and until next time, drink water, be safe, and peace.